Guys, welcome back to another Clash Royale video, and today I am going to be jumping into some Grand Challenge games with Royal Recruits and showing you guys that this is the best grinding method in the game. Seriously, what are you going to spend your gems on, right? You're going to spend your gems on gold. How much is the gold conversion rate? It's like, yeah, no thanks. 500 gems for 10k gold? No thank you, right? But the Grand Challenge rewards are actually insane. Like, 6,000 gold doesn't seem like that much, but when you compare it to how much you're getting from spending gems normally, it is a massive upgrade, and you can even get a 10,000 gold here, and you can even, if you can complete the whole challenge, you can get champions, you can get epic cards, you can get hundreds of common cards, and the reason why I say use this deck is because it's super easy to play. I'm not very good at it, and I'm already 5 wins into a grand challenge, which is a few hundred common cards and dozens of rare cards already and a few thousand gold. So we're going to jump into a game right now, and I'm going to show you guys why this deck is so easy to play. So we are up against Memo here, and really what you want to do with this deck is you just play your pigs in the middle. If you have a starting hand like this, I like to cycle my pigs just to get the evolution, and they're going to get a little bit of chip here, but nothing too crazy. He does have the Skarmy, so... And that's why we have stuff like the Goblin Cage to just soak up damage. You basically just react to what your opponent does and play your cards accordingly. I would play, like, if you've never played this deck before, right, and you're, like, not that good at Clash Royale, I would say play this deck in, like, a classic challenge first, just for, like, one try, like, one classic challenge, and by the time you beat, or by the time you complete one classic challenge, either by, you know, losing or winning, you should probably be ready to go into grand challenges, because honestly, I think that people who play classic challenges are actually better than people who play grand challenges, because people who play classic challenges, I feel like they are like actually grinding the game, like they're sweating because they're trying to get better, and that's why they're playing classic instead of grand challenges, because it's cheaper. So I actually think that you will have more luck in grand challenges than classic challenges, unironically. But yeah, so basically you just want to cycle to your evos in this deck and build up one huge push. It's pretty simple, guys, and it's very easy to play. I'm going to go for my Flying Machine here just in case he wants to pop his ability. One tip I will give you guys is, I mean, look at the right tower. Like, I wasn't even paying attention, and I almost took his entire tower. And, like, this guy's playing RG. This is probably not his first rodeo, you know? But this deck is just so good that you can just farm wins with it and get tons of cards and gold. But yeah, one thing I'll give you guys a tip on is that never use your Golden Knight ability too early, because they will force out their elixir, or like you will force out their elixir by them trying to predict the ability, and then if you just don't pop it, they're just getting a negative trade, right? So only pop it like when I did there, when you know you're going to get value out of it. Either you're going to bounce off of important ranged troops that maybe their tanks are guarding, so you can get some positive elixir trades, or you know you're going to bounce to the tower, right? Or you know that they're low enough elixir to where it doesn't really matter what you do, right? So that's my tip for you guys today. I'm going to go for my Golden Knight ability here just to clear out this Skarmy and hopefully take out the General. Okay, nice. We do take out the General. Very nice. I'm going to go for my Cage here. And yeah, guys, look, I'm talking the whole time. I've been talking this entire time, just yapping away, and we are still defending pretty easily against a very strong deck. Like, this is a meta deck I'm up against, and we are still hanging on tight, and we took his entire tower, and we're even in the damage lead in the other lane. So there's really nothing that this guy can do. He can't even take my tower in time. I mean, look how easy this deck is, guys. If you don't face a counter, you should win pretty consistently. And we just got 6,000 gold from that win, guys. 6,000 is not nothing. So if you've already done your Pass Royale and you've already done all your challenges, I highly recommend doing something like this. We are getting into another game here, guys, against Sirasoni. And, you know, again, the thing that's so good about this deck is that you really don't have to, or about ground challenges in general, is that you really don't have to worry about not being able to complete them, right? Because you'll still get really good rewards even if you can't beat the whole thing, right? So, like, don't feel afraid to do a grand challenge just because you're maybe not the best player, right? Because you can still get tons of really good rewards from them. So I personally would recommend doing them anyway. And I'm just going to play my Flying Machine here. It is going to die, unfortunately, to the Dark Goblin, but we do have a damage lead right now, so I think that's okay. And we have our Cage on defense, which will defend like 99% of pushes on its own. It's a pretty strong card. But yeah, I wanted to ask you guys what you think about like the length of my videos, like if I should do longer videos or shorter videos. I've been uploading these 40-minute videos and stuff because I just, I want to make sure there's value in what I'm making, right? Like I want to get a few good games in before I, call it quits on the recording. And I just kind of like sitting down and playing the game for a while, right? But let me know what you guys think, what you prefer, if you prefer the longer videos or if you think I should do like 20-minute videos. Today I'm going to try to aim for like a 20-minute video just to make things a little bit more simple. But yeah, I'm totally open to feedback on that. And I did waste my zappies there, guys, and I'm gonna end up taking a lot of damage on the left because of it. But like, you see this guy's deck, right? He's running a bunch of splash cards like the Mega Knight and the Valkyrie, and we are still able to get a nice Golden Knight connection here and get a lot of damage on his tower, right? So like, you might think, oh, he has Mega Knight and Valkyrie, it's a hard counter, it's over, right? No, it's not. I would say there are only really two decks that you really need to look out for when playing recruits, and those are Splash Yard, because they just have so much splash damage, and like with the vines it can be hard to defend the graveyard. And the other deck I would worry about is like Mortar. I feel like Mortar is a very difficult matchup to win with this deck. I struggle a lot with it personally. So I'm going to go for my pigs here. I know I'm going into a Mega Knight, right? But he's not going to be... oh, I forgot he had the Tesla. Maybe that was a bad Mega Knight by me. I don't know. Or, not Mega Knight. Oh my gosh. What is that card called? I literally forgot. Whatever. I'm just going to go for my Golden Knight ability here to take out these... What the heck was that interaction? Oh my gosh. I'm taking a lot of damage on the right, guys. Yeah, this is why... so yeah, I mean, not the best matchup, I guess, but... Okay, holy spam. Can I please kill those wall breakers? Uh-oh, guys, it's not looking good. I might lose this one, but, that's going to happen. I'm just going to go for my Evo Hogs here and hope that I can make something happen. Yeah, I mean, okay. If I, like, locked in a little bit more there, I probably would have been able to bring that one home, but, it happens. You can't win them all, right? And that's what I'm saying. Like, we are, how many wins? 6 wins into this grand challenge, right? So half of the prize is already won, right? And I'm not even paying attention. Like, if you lock in and you play hard, you can definitely make some stuff happen with this deck. We are up against AJ in this next game, and we're starting fresh in new Grand Challenge, so we will see sort of, how it goes this time when we're starting fresh, right? Because I was playing earlier, and I'm going to try to, focus a little bit more, but, yeah, I mean, it shouldn't be too difficult. P.E.K.K.A. is a very good matchup for this deck, perhaps obviously because you've got the Zappies to stun it forever, and you've got, of course, the Royal Recruits, and he just spent so much elixir there, so I'm just going to go for my Recruits of the Bridge, and that should get some damage on his left side tower and completely counter this P.E.K.K.A. We don't even need the 4th Recruit to defend it. So yeah, I mean, look, his tower's already half dead, and I put in like 0 work, and this is going to be a good test, guys. We are up against Elixir Golem. I'm going to go for my... What the heck? Why'd you NATO that? That was a really bad NATO. He got no value out of it. Oh well. I don't mind. But yeah. So we've got some pretty nice DPS here. I'm just going to go for my Royal Hogs here, since it's backed up by the Goblin Brawler and the Flying Machine, and see what he wants to do. Maybe he's going to drop a random Mega Knight on this. Or he's going to give up completely. I don't even blame him, to be honest, because like this deck just has the best offense of all time. And it's just really, really easy to play. So yeah, we get a very easy 3 crown here for our second game of the day, or third game of the day, sorry. And I just want to show you guys real quick, look at the rewards on this path here, right? Your first win, like if nothing else, right? You have 3 attempts to get 280 common cards. And okay, I got elite wild cards, which are going to be useless in a few days, but whatever. But like, if you were to like buy cards in the shop normally, it would be a pretty bad conversion rate. It'd be like, where is it? 5 epics for 250 gems, right? Meanwhile, you could get 10 epics for 100 gems if you get far enough in the Grand Challenge, right? And with this deck, you could get a lot of work done. So we're going to keep playing, and hopefully I'm going to show you guys just how much you can get just by doing this. We do get into another game right away against Bal 2.0, and I'm just going to cycle my recruits in the back. Basically, whenever you have one of your Evos, you just want to cycle them in the back and get to them for your next push. But one mistake people do with this deck I see a lot is that they overcommit on offense. And it's really not worth it. Like, you really shouldn't go too hard with the offensive pressure. It looks like we are actually going to be fighting a mirror matchup here, because not very many decks run Zappies plus Flying Machine other than Royal Recruits. So, yeah, we will see how this goes. I don't have my own machine in cycle yet. I'm just going to go for my Goblin Cage here, and then go for my Flying Machine on top of his just to kite it. Okay, this is kind of rough because I accidentally failed the kite on the E-Spirit. But, you know, guys, Recruits players are usually not the best players in the world, so I'm pretty confident I can make a nice comeback here, and we will see what happens. I'm just going to go for my own Zappies here to kind of deal with those two there. I could go for my dash there. I should have for sure, because that would have given me some nice damage, but I just hesitated a bit too much, so... Yeah, I mean, it's definitely okay to go for them, especially when you know your opponent has, like, a heavier deck and they're not going to have very many answers. But yeah, this guy has the Bar Barrel instead of the arrows. I like the poison, personally. I know that some people run arrows, some people run fireball. But I really like the poison to help with, like, more baity matchups that I feel like this deck really struggles with. Like, you know, like the Mortar and... like Graveyard, and just being able to kill stuff like the Witch is super nice, I think. I was going to poison that, but I feel like it's not really worth it because he's going to get one Zappy left anyway. So I'm just going to go for a Golden Knight up high here to kite the left Zappy and deal with the ones on the right. And he does go for a Flying Machine. I am going to go for a poison here because the Flying Machine should take some damage from that. Okay, that was actually kind of a bad poison. I thought that would take more damage, but he did not. Oh, the very nice Piggies predicting my Goblin Cage there. I did not think that a Recruits player would be capable of that kind of play, but we do see that he is, in fact, capable of that, and he did spend a lot of Elixir there, so I'm going to go for my Royal Recruits in the back here, and he's probably going to respond with his Royal Recruits in the back, but we will see. I'm going to go for my Poison here just to get rid of this Cage and hopefully get rid of this Flying Machine. I'm going to go for my own Flying Machine now and go for my Golden Knight in the left lane, I think. And then go for my E-Spirit to chain on all of these Recruits, as well as my Golden Knight Dash to get rid of their shields. And I'm going to go for my Zappies up high. It looks like this push is kind of chopped, though. But we might get some nice damage with the Flying Machine. He really doesn't have anything to kill it because he hasn't... he didn't decide to spend the Zappies on it. So we are going to get some chip with the Flying Machine here, it looks like. Yep, just one shot, unfortunately, but it's alright. I think we are quite in the lead in terms of Elixir spent, so that's something we have going for us. I'm going to go for a Poison on all of this because he did spend a lot on it, and this is going to be a very, very nice Golden Knight Dash, guys. Look at that, and we catch the E-Spirit, too. This is going to be a really hard push for him to defend. I'm just going to go for my E-Spirit here, and he is going to defend it pretty nicely, but I'm going to go for my Recruits on 0. He does seem to be struggling for Elixir a lot, so I'm going to go for my Flying Machine here to catch something maybe, and we do get a few hits on the tower with the Flying Machine, which is very nice. And it looks like we're going to defend pretty well, too. I'm going to just poison all of this. Oh my gosh, why are those dashing? Uh-oh, guys, I might be cooked here. But yeah, I mean, even if I lose this, it's like, all it does is prove my point, right? Like, that the Royal Recruits are so good. I would say for the mirror matchup, guys, and this is my own fault. I don't know why I wasn't doing it, but you really need to use the Piggies as much as possible. That's why that guy was winning that game, because he used the Piggies way better than me. And the Piggies just provide so much value on offense against the Recruits. Because they have to spend the Recruits to defend it, basically. It's really hard to avoid damage. Meanwhile, they can just respond to your Recruits with their own Recruits. So play more defensively than I did in that matchup, and you will probably get some nice wins. But yeah, guys, we are up against Scythe here, and I know I'm already one win down, and I said, like, oh, this is the best farming method. But, you know, we lost to a mirror matchup, and I feel like does not harm my argument at all, because, I mean, it was literally someone else doing the exact same strategy that I am preaching to you guys right now, so... Yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty good. But yeah, like, you can just go Zappies in the back, defend everything, and then go for Royal Hogs at the bridge and split them, and then they will guaranteed get a little bit of damage. Like, look, what does he have? Berserker, okay. Dark Goblin, okay, but now you have Zappies on your tower, and they're doing a ton of damage. And I could just go for a Poison here, and I'm going to go for a Goblin Cage like this. He does go for a nice barrel here, which is very unfortunate for me. Uh, yeah, I kind of overcommitted there on offense, but it's okay because we will make a nice comeback, guys. Trust me. Just trust the process. Oh, I get a very nice E-Spirit here. Ooh, chains all the way to the tower. And we get a flying machine on tower. See what I mean, guys? Like, we made a bunch of stupid plays, and we're still fine. I'm just going to go for my Golden Knight on top of this. Just to kill that Dark Golem pretty fast. And let's see what he wants to do. Again, I'm going to stall for that ability. And look, now that he's played the Ice Spirit, I'm going to force more Elixir out of him. See? And I still get on the tower because the Golden Knight is a broken card. And I'm going to go Zappies here just so that he can't go for like a Hog Rider or something. I'm going to go for my Cage here. Pretty bad Cage. Wow, that was really bad, but it's alright. So yeah, never go for the Cage to defend the Goblin Barrel. I mean, like I said, I'm making so many bad plays, but it's going to work out anyway, just because that's how this deck is. I have to go for an E-Spirit there, unfortunately. I'm actually going to go for a Golden Knight on 0 and just go for my dash immediately so that it goes in front of the Flying Machine, hopefully. It does go in front of the Flying Machine, and it dashes to tower, and we take the tower. You see, the guys, this card is broken, and the thing is, he wasn't expecting me to go for the ability immediately because I've been so patient with it before. So you can really play a lot of mind games with the Golden Knight, guys. I should have gone for my Zappies there, but I did go for the Recruits instead, and he's going to take my tower. But that is okay, because I'm going to go for my Hoggies in the opposite lane, and he doesn't have the Hog Rider to punish me. So I'm going to go for my Poison actually on all this too, and we are going to catch some Skellies there too, which is pretty nice. And he does still have to defend those Recruits there. And look at how much Elixir he's having to spend, guys. Look at that. And I'm just going to go for my Cage in this position here so we can't just play something in the pocket on it. And go for my Golden Knight in the back. I'm going to go for Zappies here and my E-Spirit, just to make sure these goblins don't get any hits or anything. And then I'm going to go Recruits at the bridge. I know, very skilled, guys. It takes a lot of talent for me to do that. And I played my, look, guys, I played my Evo Hogs right into a Zappy, and it doesn't even matter. I don't even know how they didn't all get hit, to be honest. But I'm going to go for my Poison here. Infinite Poison value on an Evo Dark Goblin and a regular Dark Goblin. And it doesn't even matter because we do take the game. I mean, guys, look at all the mistakes I made, and we're still winning. And we only lost this run to a mirror matchup. And just like that, guys, a very easy 2,000 gold. And we are going to jump into the next game where we'll get 20 rares. All right, we're up in the next game here, and one thing I also wanted to say about this grinding method, guys, is that this is actually way more efficient on, like, low-level accounts. So if you're not level 15, like Crown Tower 15, you still get all of the same rewards. So you heard that right. You're getting thousands of gold, and you're getting hundreds of cards, right? So this is definitely the best way to farm if you are a newer player too. If you're like maxed out or close to maxed out, it's obviously not as good. Like 2,000 gold isn't a ton, but it is a nice chunk of change when there are so many other rewards you can earn too. And it looks like we're going to be going up against Expo here, which, you know, might seem like a really good matchup, and it is, but it's not as good of a matchup as like Icebo is, right? So like you're gonna struggle a bit to take out like the archers. Especially if you don't have arrows, but even if you do, you still are going to struggle a little bit. But it should be pretty good still. We do get some nice Zappies hits on the tower there, and I'm just going to go for my Goblin Cage, I think, on this knight. And might kite the archer too, probably not though. Yeah, it's not looking like it. But and then they have to defend the Goblin Brawler afterwards. And this card just generates so much value, guys. You can just put it down and they have to respond, or else you'll just be up for Elixir. So, like, yeah, it's pretty strong. I'm just going to go for my Recruits in the back. You see, I'm not very afraid of an Expo, right? You could go for an Expo at the bridge because the Recruits aren't at the river yet. But I can just go for my E-Spirit and then Golden Knight once I have Elixir, so it's really not a concern for me. I'm going to go for my Golden Knight here, and then my Flying Machine on the right side. Try to snipe that Tesla. It does go after the Knight, which is fine. And I'm going to go for my ability now, because it will dash on the archers, and he still has to defend that Flying Machine, which is going to get so many hits. Oh my goodness. That's going to, like, take half the tower, almost. Wow, that's pretty good. And my Recruit on the right still gets some damage, too. And this guy is not very happy about this matchup. I don't blame him. I've been on the receiving end of recruits too many times as an Ice Bow player. You guys know how bad that matchup is, probably. And if you don't know how bad that matchup is, it's really bad, trust me. It's like one of the worst matchups in the entire game ever. But yeah, I'm just going to go for my recruits in the back here. And he does miss that little log there, which is very nice for me. And I'm actually just going to go for my Royal Hogs at the bridge. I know it's very aggressive, but I just want to take out that Expo so we can't get too much value on defense. And I'm going to go for my Golden Knight here and see what he wants to do. I'm going to get a nice poison here. I am down quite a bit of elixir, I think. And look at that. See, I didn't go for my ability because he played the Knight, but I got so much value because of that. And he does go for the Expo here. I'm just going to go for my recruits at the bridge. Pretty simple. And I'm going to go for my Zappies too. He goes for the Tesla in the middle, so he's not committing to this attack on the Expo, which I feel like is kind of a mistake. I feel like he could have committed a bit harder and punished me pretty hard. And look, he has to fireball the pigs, and he misses some of them. He misses them, so they're gonna land on the tower, and they're gonna take almost the entire tower here, guys. And I just have to cycle a few poisons or something, and I will win the game. So yeah, I mean, Expo is a pretty good matchup. It's not a free win though, guys. Trust me, you can easily choke this matchup. I promise you. So don't get too cocky when you're fighting Expo. I made the mistake once of doing that. It's only really free if you're playing against like Ice Bow. Like Ice Bow is completely free. Like you just they don't have the archers to punish anything, so you can just poison or fireball the sorry, not E-Wizard, Ice Wizard every single time and be fine. And look, see, he wasn't ready for the Golden Knight, so he struggled to defend it there. He did actually manage to do it, so props to him, but we're still in a very good position here. Okay, so I'm just going to go for my recruits at the bridge here once it targets onto my Goblin Cage, and then I'm going to go for a poison on all of this nonsense, and it is going to kill those skeletons there. And I'm going to go for my Zappies in the middle just to make sure that it can't lock onto my tower or anything. And, you know, we are playing pretty defensively, right, guys? But that's just how you have to play this deck sometimes. And we do get a nice dash on the tower, and she's a win out of him with the Golden Knight. So, yeah, guys, if you hate Expo, definitely give this deck a try. And we get 20 free mini P.E.K.K.A.s from that, which is not bad at all, especially when level 16 comes out. 20 rares is going to go a much longer distance in these like level 12s to 14s than it does right now. Alright guys, we're going to get into probably one more game against JX here, and yeah, I mean guys, if you win like I think it's 7 games, which is not that hard to do, like you don't start fighting really good opponents until pretty late into the challenge, or if you have a very stacked account, like if you've been playing for a long time and you've gotten really high on the ladder before, you will fight better opponents, but you yourself should be better to compensate. But yeah, I'm just going to go for my pigs here on top of this, and I'm actually going to go for a poison, because yeah, I thought he would go for like a bomb tower, or I mean, I didn't think he'd go for a bomb tower, what am I saying? I did think he was going to go for something else other than the Dark Goblin, so that's why I did that, because I knew it would get some value. And, okay, we do mess up here. We do go for the Goblin Cage on top of that, and as a result, we're going to take a lot of damage here from the Skelly Barrel, but I'm just going to go for a late Golden Knight to mitigate a lot of it, and we do a pretty decent job of mitigating it here. I'm going to go for my E-Spirit here just to catch any Skellies or anything that he might want to play. I am going to go for my ability here because that is a lot of value to take out 5 Elixir for just 4, and I'm going to have to go for my Zappies here. It's not going to be enough, I don't think. Wait. Oh, it is enough. Wow, that was very clutch from my Zappies. But yeah, obviously we're down a lot of Elixir, and I'm probably not going to respond to whatever he plays on these Zappies because I just do not have the Elixir to do so. I mean, I kind of have to respond to this, though. Maybe I'm just going to go over my recruits sort of defensively here, because they're not going to take very much damage from the Ghost, and they're going to have a nice counter push. I'm going to let that go. I think without support, my recruits will still take out that Dark Goblin, which is all I care about. It doesn't take out the Dark Goblin. That is very unfortunate. I'm going to go for my Goblin Cage here just so that the Dark Goblin doesn't take my entire tower. And I'm going to go for my Golden Knight here. He does go for a Skeleton Barrel here, so I'm going to have to go for my E-Spirit kind of late here and just kind of eat up some of this damage. We do take a lot of... Oh, that's going to be the entire tower. I did not think he was going to get that much damage from that. So yeah, guys, this is another, you know, kind of difficult situation here. I'm just going to go for my pig, cycle them, and he does mess up the bomb tower, so we're going to get a little bit of chip. But mainly, I was just doing that to cycle to my Evo to make it a little bit easier for me. And I'm going to go for my Royal Recruits here. And I know we're playing them into a bomb tower, but trust me, guys, I think this is the right play. I'm gonna go for a poison on top of all of this nonsense. Maybe bad poison. I don't know, guys. Yeah, this is gonna be kind of a rough game here. I don't know if we can make a comeback, but we're gonna try. He does go for literally everything in the entire game in the opposite lane here, but I'm gonna go for my Evo Pigs because he just spent 10 elixir in the opposite lane. It doesn't matter though. I don't know how this guy has so much elixir. Oh my gosh, I might be cooked, guys. Yeah, this is a very hard matchup between the Evo Ghost, which is really good into recruits, and the Rascals and the Bomb Tower. But you know what, guys? That's what happens sometimes, right? And again, guys, you will not be fighting opponents that are this difficult, most likely, unless you're also high up on the ladder, because it scales with your skill level. So if you're like newer to the game, like if you're like let's say like arena 9 or something, right? Like if you're not in the seasonal arenas, if you're you know, down a lot, you will be matched up against opponents that are a lot worse than you at the game. So keep that in mind. But yeah, I mean, we're still pretty good in the challenge too. We still are only down. Okay, we're actually down 2 losses. Shoot. Okay. Well, that's a bad example, but trust me, guys, I would give this a shot because you can get dozens upon dozens of rares. I mean, literally 100 rares per grand challenge, right? And then you can get 10 epics, a champion if you beat the whole thing, and you can get 20,000 gold from just I think it's again 8 wins, 7 wins. Yeah. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. I wanted to make this one a shorter video. Let me know what you guys think, if I should do longer videos, shorter videos, maybe around this length. Just leave a comment and let me know if you enjoyed the video or not, and I will see you guys in the next one. See ya.